welcome to Let's Play Gran Turismo 3, episode 40. Alrighty then, let's continue with the Amateur League, except this time we are now doing the race of Turbo Sports. And officially, as for what car I'm going to use, well, I have a lot more normally aspirated cars than I do turbo cars in terms of aspiration, but obviously I have decided on which car I'm going to use, and well, I want to use this. I want to use the FD, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use the FD. And just because I want to, I'm also going to put on some rims on this thing, you know, just to give it a little bit more personality. Yeah, I'm putting these on. And I'm also gonna do the oil change as well, because I now have some money, which means I can now afford to do some tuning. So, let's do that. So, stage 1 turbo along with the racing intercooler. I'm also going to put on the racing chip as well. And also putting on the sport suspension. Don't think I need any brakes. And also putting on the sports tyres so I can go through the corners, and you know what, I'll leave it at that. And let's get going for the race of Turbo Sports. And where the tracks we are going to are Apricot Hill Reverse, Test Course and Grand Valley Speedway, and where officially I might need the racing transmission, but I'm going to risk it in saying that I probably don't. We shall find out together. So in this field we have a Volkswagen New Beetle RSI, along with a Nissan Silvia S15, an Audi S4, an Impreza, a Skyline GTR V-Spec R32, and also an RX-7. Sorry, yeah, that's me. I'm the one in the RX-7. And hopefully I will have enough pace to win this, so let's go! Race 1 at Apricot Hill Reverse. Also, furthermore, I have noticed we do have Test Course in this event. So obviously that could very well be a problem. But hopefully this thing isn't down on speed, because that's purely what Test Course is about. And already I am slotting my way up into the 4th position, and already making my moves, as of which I am now already up into the 3rd position, trying to go for a manoeuvre on the Audi, and indeed I do. I make it stick, and officially I'm now up into the 2nd position. I'm now closing in on the Beetle for the lead. And it's also because, well, I don't think anyone has officially thought about using the FD for this event, so I could very well be the first. Unless I have to do research, and I probably do, but I think I'm the only one who has decided to use the FD for this event. And oddly enough, I can definitely say I made a good choice in these unprecedented circumstances, in my honest opinion. At least, I think I made a good choice. And made a little bit of contact there with the Beetle, but already I have slotted myself up into the first position. But the Beetle is coming back because he is not letting me waltz away with this one. He's not letting me waltz away. He has got some pace. So obviously, don't think for a second that this race is over, because I would imagine it's probably far from it. But at the moment, I'm looking pretty comfortable. Hopefully, this is basically all the tuning I'll need to do in order for me to clinch victory, at least in race 1. It's probably enough, is what me thinks, but obviously I'm managing to fend off the challenge of the Beetle at the moment, so hopefully it can stay that way, considering obviously I decided to be cheap. I did not see how many money I earned from this event for a win. Well, probably did see it, but I just don't remember what the figure is. I think it's like 15 grand, like it was with the previous event, but again, I could be wrong, because I wasn't paying attention. But whatever. And the reason why I chose the FD is essentially because, well, I already used the FC, so I just decided I would basically pick first time cars for these next 2 events, and essentially that's basically what I've done. And won. At least it's looking like I'm done and won, but we will just have to wait and see. Meanwhile, the Beetle is fighting for second with the Silvia. So the Silvia could be a possible contender, and he's down the inside. He's still fighting for second with the Beetle. He might have taken second, and yes he has. So the S15 now moves up into second place. Meanwhile, I win with my Sparkle Green Mazda RX-7 FD. By 2.4 seconds, then it was the Beetle in third, the Audi S4 finished in fourth, followed by the Impreza Sedan version 6 in fifth, and then at the back it was the Skyline. A clean sweep, maybe? Well, we shall find out. Meanwhile, it is 15 grand, and I am probably going to be rich after this. So, let's head over to test course. And hopefully I will be fortuitous enough to not purchase the racing transmission. Okay, we need some more tuning if I'm going to win a test course. Because, as it might be, the Silvia S15 is clearly the one to beat, as I discovered. So, I'm not going to mess around, I'm putting on the Stage 2 Turbo. And also, because I need extra speed, I'm also going to put on the racing transmission, because I figure I'm needing that as well. And do I really need an exhaust? Fuck it, I'll get the semi-racing one just in case. Anyways, let's try this again, and hopefully I will manage to win this time. Here we go! attempt number 2 of test course, and where this time I've come in more prepared. And the Silvia is not in this race, so this time we have a Subaru Legacy along with an Audi S4, a Skyline GTR, an Impreza sedan, and an MR2. Still doing the tuning anyway because I need that extra speed. Because speed is important. That should do it. So here we go, attempt number 2 of test course. And where my plastic cup just rubbed to the microphone because I needed a sip of water. Anyways, attempt number 2 of test course. We shall see how we go, now that we have more power. Already I am wheel-spinning off the line. I am definitely faster this time, because I have the customizable transmission. And I am definitely looking like more of the favourite to win this race on attempt number 2. Because I now have a lot more speed than I thought I was going to have. And I needed to do it. And I am pretty much running the high line here at test course. And where I think I may have overdone it with speed just a little bit, but obviously I needed the speed if I was going to win. And already I think I have done it. Because I'm pretty sure if the Silvia was in this race, I'm pretty sure he would have probably gone at this sort of speed. If the Silvia was in this race, he would have probably aced. He would have probably been doing the same speeds as I am, because that's literally how far up the road he was ahead of everyone else. And once again, the MR2 has fallen way the fuck behind everyone else. Meanwhile, I now have a competent car to win this event. And that is what I'm sticking to. So, aha! I think now I can probably relax, because I think by the default of giving myself additional speed, I think I can now officially relax. And meanwhile at the moment, the Impreza is currently running in second, so he too must have some speed. And well, it doesn't look like the AI are officially catching me, because, well, I would imagine speeds up to this point have pretty much stabilised by now, and obviously I'm under no real threats at the moment, so I'm just gonna basically stick to what I have been doing. Just pretty much decimating the opposition by default. Trying to avoid touching the ball whilst also running the high line. And in other words, that is of course the regimental line, as they would say in NASCAR. Just having another sip of water because I can afford to, and as also because officially I I think I might have overdone it just a little bit here at Test Course. But obviously, I had to do this for the sake of the Silvia pretty much decimating the speed of my FD. So, you know, there are reasons on why I did this, but obviously, by now, I am definitely pretty much way the fuck out in front of everyone else. Anyways, final lap of the shitty oval, because I still absolutely hate this course. And it basically feels like driving on something that's even longer than the Talladega Super Speedway. And officially, I'm now pretty much 9 seconds clear of the Impreza version 6, and obviously I may have to wait for the MR2 to finish, because he is way the fuck behind everyone else. So what I can probably confirm from this is the fact I'm saying that officially I am probably now the new Silvia S15, because I'm pretty sure these were probably the speeds he was doing when he was dominating this race on my first attempt. And this thing is really wanting to dodge around a lot. And it now looks like the Skyline has taken away second place from the Impreza. Meanwhile, there is quite a tussle going on for third, fourth and fifth. Meanwhile, the MR2 is basically just somewhere out there in the distance. Pretty much a long way behind everyone else, but obviously still showing that he has a purpose for existing in these races, basically, is the main point I'm trying to make. There we go! It is victory at Test Course. After putting on a Stage 2 turbo along with a racing transmission. And it took me just over 6 minutes to finish that race, and everyone else has now finished, and so officially I am now going to wait for the MR2 to finish. There he is. And wow, he was literally 47 seconds behind the S4. And also furthermore, he was pretty much under 63 seconds behind me, but anyways, 2 out of 3 to the RX-7 FD, and officially, I'm going to save the replay, because I don't have a Amateur League replay saved at Test Course yet. So obviously, let's do that. It's also because I have replays saved on the other 2 courses, but anyways, final race in the Amateur Race of Turbo Sports. And it takes place at Grand Valley, and where officially I could basically remove my additional tuning, because even though Grand Valley is high speed, it is not anywhere near as critical on speed as Test Course is. So yeah, let's do this. The third race of the Amateur Race of Turbo Sports, and I'm pretty confident I can probably win this without having too much trouble, because obviously on the road courses here in this game, or at least on the normal circuits, I can say I probably do have a car that is capable of winning races. with the exception of test course, because obviously, well, test course is basically still shit, but again, and yep, there was definitely contact there with the skyline. The skyline was definitely not wanting me to take the second position, and I think I just clashed with the Beetle. But anyways, the FD has made his manoeuvre on the RSI, and now he officially takes the lead. Because the Beetle is pretty much so big compared to everyone else. Because the Beetle is a big boy compared to everyone else. Alrighty then. So, I think it's pretty much safe to say that I now have pretty much everything I need to win this race, basically. Is what me thinks. And the Beetle is definitely putting up a fight at the moment. He is not letting me walk away with this. Because the AI do seem to have more competence around Grand Valley. Like they do of course with Apricot Hill Reverse along with Test Course. Because they appear to be just that bit more competent around circuits of this sort. Well, unless you would account for the reverse course, because, well, I do have the upper hand on the reverse course, if you ask me. So, not pushing at the moment, because obviously I don't need to, and coincidentally speaking, I am now pretty much the clear favourite to win this race, basically. So, no real point in pushing up to this point. I don't need to. Where I'm now pretty much separated from the rest of the field. Anyways, I'm now leading by 1.5 seconds over the Beetle, and then I think it's the Impreza in third. And then at the back we have the rest of the field. But yeah, to anyone asking, yes, I still hate Test Course. It's probably the one course in this game I hate more than Complex String. Because you're literally just going foot to the floor for pretty much every fucking lap around the course, and that's what I hate the most. Because you're basically just driving in a fucking straight line whilst turning left. Pretty much 4 times during the lap. That's basically the main reason why I don't like Test Course. Anyways, here at Gran Valley as we now head across the bridge for the final time and into the 4th tunnel we go right before the chicane. And I think it's safe to say that unless I bottle it, I'm pretty much going to be the victor. Because I've got no challengers from behind me, and officially it is going to be the W at Gran Valley. So, sweet 2 out of 3 races, obviously, because test course was on there again, but fortunately I did manage to sweep 2 out of 3 races. So Beetle finished in 2nd, then it was the Impreza in 3rd, followed by the S4, then it was the Skyline in 5th, and then at the back by only 11 seconds was the Legacy. So another 15 grand for winning, and I now have less than $250,000. And just to be sure, yep, we do have a replay saved. Anyways, prize car time, and what do we win this time? We win a Mines Lancer Evo. And I think this is the Evo 6. I think that's what it is. But yeah. That is our prize car. A Mines Lancer Evolution 6. And there we go. And so, next time we shall be doing Tourist Trophy. Because I have the money to do so. Or I might do Legend of the Silver Arrow first. Well, I'll have to think about it, but anyways, here is our prize car. A Mines Lancer Evolution 6 is the car we get from the Amateur Race of Turbo Sports in Scotia White. So we pretty much get another tuning car from this. And it must be said, this is a good prize car. Trust me, it really is. I like it a lot. And just as I predicted, it is an Evo 6. Anyways. So, my win ratio is still pretty much stabilised at the moment, and we are now 33.9% complete with the game. So, next up we will be doing the Amateur Legend of Silver Arrow. Ignore what I said before, we're doing the Merc event next. So, yeah. Stay tuned for more of Gran Turismo 3.